mom sped off in a real jiff there just a minute ago. I thought I heard the tires squeal on the way out. Yeah. I think she's just trying to make sure that, you're getting the help that you need as quickly as possible. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even introduce myself. Hi. Barb. Yeah, Pastor Matt is my husband. Good guy, good man. Really serves the Lord well. Anyway, back to business. Do you know why you're here today? Do you know why your mom dropped you off? Right. Well, she's been telling me that you've been struggling a lot with some things. Guys kind of butting heads a lot, disagreeing about some things, points in contention. Right. That's a phase that a lot of young kids go through. I myself, believe it or not, went through the same thing with my mom. I did. Yeah. I was doing all sorts of things. Starting to get mixed up in the wrong crowds. Tried to join a gang. I'm not really sure if it was an actual gang, but I think they might have been partaking in some drug use, so I just assumed. But that was my way of rebelling, That's not about me. We're here to talk about you. That's right. You don't feel like you've been struggling with anything? You feel like your mind's pretty clear? Sometimes Satan can have that hold on you. Cloud your judgment. Make you feel like you're doing the right thing when really it's the wrong thing. Can talk about that too sometime. I'm happy. I'm here to talk, really, anytime. Explain things to you. Really get you started in our system right away. Yeah, well, this is a reformatory camp, so essentially you'll be here as long as you gotta be here, as long as it takes to really drive the Lord near your heart as much as we can. We want you to leave here as a positive, joyful, just better person for yourself and for others. Now, I see you're getting a little bit of a panicked look in your eye. No need, honey. No problem. It's probably just a little confusing, a little shocking. So, I'll elaborate. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You don't need to stress yourself. So, well, before your mom sped off down the street, I don't actually know if she was heading home. She yelled something about sayonara or something. Maybe she's going on a nice trip to Japan or something. I don't know. Kooky lady. So, she was telling me, though, that you've been having issues with some sort of Satanism or witchcraft. She said you've been calling yourself a Wiccan lately. You want to explain that a little? Right. And how much dabbling do you do in that? See, you got your 9-inch nails shirt on. And a Thrasher hat. Right. So, I should let you know, here, we don't allow that kind of thing. And I know you say it's rather harmless and that, you're not into it in a real extreme way. I've heard the conversation about the t-shirts and the hats just being, for kids who like to skate, which is a trouble of its own. It just seems like a reckless way to live. You're hitting your head all the time, getting bumps and bruises. I mean, you're not going to be right after that. You're just certainly not. And I know I've talked to those kids, and they got some potty mouths. They do the drugs, are probably on the crack. But, maybe you're not in that deep yet. That's fine. And the band 9 Inch Nails, the only thing that can be, hey Rufus, can be, I've heard the lyrics, I wanna F you like an animal. That's bestiality. That's frowned upon very severely in the Bible. Did you know that? Right. When was the last time you popped open the good book? It's been a while. Maybe never. Oh boy. Well, I gotta say, I am so happy that you are here. It sounds like we caught you in just the nick of time. And especially with getting into the whole Wiccanism, that's just a slippery slope. Oh, I've met kids. I've met them. I've met people from left to right, from up to down, everybody in the middle. I tell you, we don't separate anything out here. We just think everybody needs to come together in the unity of Christ and His love. Get baptized in that. It just feels so good. And I wish I could explain how good it feels to you. But, I feel like we got a little work to do before you're ready for something like that. I would love to commit you to Christ today, but I just don't know if you'd be ready or willing for that. They always say the sooner the better, but I think it's best to understand it here first, and then you understand it here. So, I will have to explain some rules to you before, we really dig in deep to the program. Also, I noticed you were wearing some eyeliner as well, pretty heavy. One of the rules, we don't allow that or cosmetics of any kind around here. Right? We want you in your purest form. God put you on this earth naked as the little babe, but you were just a precious little baby, and then you sprouted, you got a mind of your own, and started getting into the dark arts. And oh no, that's not a judgment, sweetheart. No, you're here now, so you're going to be getting out of that. You're going to realize the dangerous path that you came this close to going down. I used to know a gal who told me that, she used to be a head priestess or something like that. And, she was doing animal sacrifices. She's got scars from getting dragged through the woods by a demon. Yeah, it's dangerous stuff. It is dangerous stuff. She said she tried to kill a babe once, and I can't imagine being that sick in the head to think that somebody would want to do harm like that. No. But first you're playing cards on the 4th of July, and next thing you know, you're using those same cards to tell fortunes. Contact the devil. You don't want to open those gateways. I'm telling you that right now. I know. It is hard to hear. It is so hard to hear. But we're welcoming you with open arms, that love and joy in our hearts. And you know what? Today's the first day of the rest of your life. You can choose God from this day forward. So beautiful, beautiful thing to do for yourself and for others. So, I'll get you some wet wipes to, wipe off your face, get that gunk off of there so the Lord can look truly into your eyes and everybody else. Yeah, so you notice the bars on the windows. That's for your own safety. Sometimes people find this first initial stay a little shocking. Try to do some crazy things like jumping out the window. We did have that happen a couple too many times in 1 year, so we had to put the bars up. Well, Pastor Matt's a very handy guy, so those are on there nice and tight. I'm not getting through those, I promise you that. Plus, we don't allow you to have any sort of sharp objects or really tools in general, just in case, you get possessed by a demon those first few months that you're here, and decide to do something strange, hold somebody hostage, or try to pound somebody's skull in while they're asleep in their beds. No, that's never happened here. Why, did you read that somewhere? Okay, great. No. I was just thinking, my mind wasn't somewhere else. I was just thinking about NDAs that we had for no reason. Anyway, you'll have to sign one of those too, which, after this discussion, I'll get your intro paperwork. We also have quite an extensive packet that you're going to want to take back to your cabin and read through pretty thoroughly. Do you have a lawyer? All right, no reason. No, I'm not asking for anything in particular. Anyway, so do you have any feelings of, like, homosexuality or unpure thoughts about the opposite gender or anything in between the genders? All of that's gonna be, nope, can't do that here either. No, we don't allow any of those attractions except for, the ones that God made us. So, that's why one goes in and one goes out, as they say. Anywho, but I'm sorry, sweetie. I know that's an uncomfortable question, but I have to ask. I gotta know. We want to start with a clean slate here, because we want this to be the best experience for you. We want to make sure that when you get started on this path, that you stay on this path. Because some of the kids around here, I'll tell you right now, they struggle a lot. They do. It is heartbreaking to see. Some of them came here for a 3-month program, been here for years. That's right. Every day you just see that fight between the Lord and Satan trying to take them over. You'll know who I'm talking about. Got real dark circles, stressed out of their mind all the time, and saying that they can't be who they want to be, and that we're trying to change them, and we are trying to change you for the better, of course. But we don't want you to necessarily live the life that makes you happy. We want you to be living the life that makes God happy. I know. Again, I'm aware that sounds scary, because you think in your head, well, that just seems like I'm going to be sad all the time. It seems like you want to change the person that I am. And I just want to live my life as I think I should be able to, making my own decisions. And you know what? That's what the good book's for. Gives you all the answers that you need. First time, look, just look how well worn this thing is. I get so much use out of this. I pop it open every day. Just take a look, Oh, great verse right there. Oh, wonderful message. Oh, learned something new today. This is honestly the only book you're ever gonna need. I wouldn't do any of that other reading about science and stuff like that. That all that journalism business. I know you hear and read things on the news. I would encourage to just drop all that. Just drop it entirely. Because, all those messages are polluted. They're just, the media is just a frenzy of people who've just had Satan working in their hearts for a long time. And they're just willing to skew those messages any which way they want, We had something come out about what we do here, saying that we're, persecuting people, and, it's basically a form of torture, and it's causing a lot of PTSD. That's post-traumatic stress disorder. That's right. And a lot of folks, because of our beliefs, and that's just bull hockey, if I do say so. I'm sorry, pardon my language. Yes, we also don't allow any sort of those naughty words in here. You don't see any of those things, do you? All right. Well, the Lord forgives, but again, that can be a real slippery slope. But anyway, and then don't even get me started on this dinosaur business. I go to the museum and they're trying to tell me I came from a monkey. Do I look like a monkey to you? No, we did not. Nothing you say or put in front of me, and all the evidence in all the world is going to tell me I came from a monkey. That's just ridiculous. I know from reading my scripture, I came from Adam or Eve, But those are the only two people that gave me life, gave this whole world life, gave you life. Doesn't that feel something amazing? I don't care what genetics say or where, things started from or how that happened, but I can tell you right now, evolution, that's just another lie. Media's trying to peddle to you. And global warming, oh my goodness. They pretend like this world is coming to an end. Things are irreversible. That's just silly. Yeah, it's been hotter. Sure, there's been more, natural disasters and things like that. But you know what? That's because the Lord has a plan. He's got a plan for it. And I'm sure he's probably just trying to wipe out the sinners like he used to. Get rid of some folks, not living those holy lives. I know. So, but anyway, I'm just saying, getting into this guy right here, letting this word truly speak to you, something amazing. It'll change your life, change your spirit. Oh, so I'm assuming then that you've not accepted our Lord Jesus Christ in your heart before. No, I didn't think so. So, here's what I'll tell you about that. You're gonna need to do that before we can let you leave here. You're gonna want to do it. You're gonna want to do that. You will. After a while, I don't know how long that'll be. It really depends, But we want the changes to be changes that you're choosing to do, except for the ones that we choose for you and that the Bible tells you. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. You're an atheist. Okay. Well, I've had people come here saying the same thing. I have. And you know what? They left preaching the word. Because God spoke to them. Spoke to their hearts. That's right. And I don't even know how you can't possibly really believe that. Because, where'd everything come from then? Trying to tell me a big little firecracker went off and all of a sudden life came out of nothing? How you explain the birds? How you explain gravity? I know. I hear what you're saying. I just don't think that you know really what you're talking about. I just can't wait to see you grow and blossom into just a new, beautiful person. Somebody really great that's lovable, got a good heart, has a lot of ambition. So, the sooner we can start you on the path, the better. I am going to need to go through all of your suitcases and carry and luggage, your pockets. I'm going to have you empty those. We do keep boys and girls separate here because can't have any touching of any kind. Nope, no socializing either. At lunch, we do have the room divided, and you also take a turn different times, so don't expect to have any of that kind of business. And also, we do have a roaming guard who goes around. There's actually a couple of guards, but only some of them carry loaded weapons. So, don't fret about that. The rest of them are trained in that Krav Maga. I think it is. Not sure. Some sort of mixed martial arts and such. Pay them pretty healthy wage. Anyway, you're not going anywhere around here is all I'm saying. And, if you'll want to leave the grounds, you can ask permission. Probably going to get denied because it usually has to go through, Pastor Matt or myself. And we're very strict on who gets to see life outside of here. It's almost nobody except for us. You are allowed to write letters. They will be screened. No phone calls of any kind. We'll have to take your phone. We also don't have the internet here. Too much pornography out there. Can't have that. Nope. Too much temptation. Absolutely not. So for entertainment, we, like you said earlier, we don't allow cards too close to the devil's game of tarot. And no dice of any sort, so a lot of games are out. We don't, no Dungeons and Dragons, anything like that. That game just seems like looking down the barrel of a gun sometimes. The sorcery and witchcraft that comes out of that. I'm sure you know from being a Wiccan or wizard or whatever you want to call it. Doesn't really matter. It's all Satan worship in my eyes. And in the Lord's eyes too. We will need a daily confession. So you'll be given a journal to keep. Okay? I'm going to need you to write in that every day about all the naughty things that you do or think. Pastor Matt and I will look those over at the end and beginning of every day. That's right. And then we can talk to you guys individually throughout the day. There's not that many of you here right now, which praise Jesus, that's what we're hoping for. we're hoping that people are just coming to the light day after day, and our numbers seem to be getting smaller and smaller because of that. That's right, which means we do have to upcharge a little bit, to your folks and people who are living here, because obviously if you're not making that kind of income, how are we going to feed you and clothe you and put a roof over your head? Yeah, we do. Well, we clothe you too, because can't have you blend in fabrics of any kind. That's a sin. That's right. No, nothing like that. So it's 100% cotton here. We also, can't have any sort of outside influences coming in on your clothing, like your shirt there and your hat. Not going to be acceptable. Those things can really send somebody over the edge here. That's right. No makeup, nail polishes. Some colors are forbidden. Anything too hot or flashy, unless you're in high-vis gear for some sort of out-duty heavy labor that we're having you do. That's right. We do have you build on the facility. It's just part of the work reformation. It helps you really build some character, I tell you that. And then, the boys here get a lot of great conversation out of that, and the girls stay in, do some cooking, learn those house chores so they can be submissive to their husbands. We really want to build up those life skills. Really get everybody in the role that they need to be in. Anyway, daily prayers required. Got to be up at that 6 a.m. mark. Breakfast will be at 8 o'clock after our first morning service. Second morning service comes after breakfast. Then you'll do your hard physical labor. After that, get you a big old lunch, and then we're going to have a Bible study after that goes from about 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. So you got a little bit of downtime in there after lunch. So about an hour, to do whatever you like. We do have somebody watching and monitoring the behavior during that time, so don't think you get to just willy-nilly go about your business doing things that are unsavory. And then after the Bible study, we have a night prayer. So it's just a moment of solitude in the sanctuary, in the big sanctuary, for a couple of hours, and then it's off to bed. Everybody's going to be in bunk beds. We have somebody who roams around every 15 minutes, just check on you, make sure there's no fondling, cuddling, any sort of self-gratification of any kind. So, we really do try to monitor everything that goes on here. Keep you guys on a real rigid schedule to make sure that you're getting the most out of this that you need. That's right. That's absolutely right. Your contract looks like, so you're going to be here for a solid 6 months. After that time, you'll get assessed at the end of it, see if you're ready to head home or if you need a couple more months here. Most people end up staying for at least a year, so I wouldn't really expect to leave anytime soon at all. But I would say on average it's usually around 3 years, and then people either end up getting removed. We don't need to get into that. We don't need to talk about that. So they either end up getting removed or, some even want to permanently stay. So silly. So we do have some former lifers here that are now staff. So, the Lord works in mysterious ways. Maybe that could be you one day. But anyhow, I gotta go do some more orientation, and I think it's almost time for that lunch hour, so I gotta go help some of the girls in the kitchen and do some of that cooking. Great. Well, it was lovely to meet you. I can't wait for you to find your true path to the Lord. I think this is really going to be a great experience for you. Wonderful. Again, lovely to meet you, and bless you. Have a wonderful